Hey sexy bees, how you all doing? It's Kirsty, or FFTK as usual, and today we're here with a bit of a nuclear gameplay on the map Yemen with the MSMC SMG, which I've got to tell you guys is a little bit of a tongue twister, and it is really lucky that I don't have Tourette syndrome or something and need to sit there and repeat it 20 times, because I don't think it would actually happen. So guys, let's actually get on to a little bit about this gameplay first, which like I said before is a nuclear gameplay. So for some of you guys who are a little bit unfamiliar with that term, which I'm sure isn't many of you guys, because most of you guys are smarter than me, a nuclear gameplay is actually Treyarch's way of pretty much trolling me and trolling Infinity Ward, and it is essentially very similar to a m.o.a.b, except with no actual reward. So what you need to actually do to get this title is get a 30 gun streak in a game. And yeah, pretty much you get your gun streak, you go woohoo for about 2 seconds, and then you think, wow, is that all I get? So I just thought that I'd give you guys a little bit of a demonstration. And by demonstration, I mean that I'm playing passive as fuck the way that Treyarch seems to want us to play this game. And I'm sorry guys, don't spank me, although maybe do, that could be sort of fun. Because I was playing like a bit of a bitch, a bit of a dog, but unfortunately that seems to be the way that Treyarch has designed this game to be played if you want to actually get good scores and get those nice KD games that people seem to love on YouTube. And I must admit guys, I'm a little bit opposite to that. I don't give a shit about the KD, I don't give a shit about the score. What I want to see is balls deep rushing. Although in my case it's never balls deep rushing. You know, we tend to call it box deep rushing over here. And I've got to tell you guys that this is not one of those gameplays. This is one of those passive as fuck, bitch blood sort of gameplays. But I also thought it could be really good to show you guys, especially you guys who are struggling with getting those big streaks. Because let's face it guys, there's no specialist anymore, there's no m.o.a.b, there's no reward for doing well with your gun. So you may as well go for those big streaks, if you know what I mean. And just because there isn't really much else in this game for someone who just enjoys shooting people. So let's actually get on to what I'm using in this gameplay briefly. And just before we actually talk about how you guys at home can get your own higher kill streaks, or of course that new killer title that I'm sure a lot of you guys are wishing to obtain. So of course, like I said earlier, I'm using the MSMC SMG, and the two attachments I'm using on that are fast mag and suppressor, which are pretty stock standard attachments for a lot of SMGs. It is great to have that fast reload, and it's always good to stay off the radar, especially when you're trying some different playstyles like I was doing in this game. And I was trying to play like a little bit of a bitch blood, I will admit, and that was just for my own tests. I did really think that it was going to be useful to just see what playstyle is going to have the most success in this game. Because of course every Call of Duty is very different to each other, and this one is almost like a completely different game in itself. So let's actually get on to my perk loadout, which isn't really anything significant. I think I'm using Ghost, Scavenger, and I'm using Tactical Mask and Engineer as my last perk, which I can't believe I actually had to hesitate for, because I generally use Engineer on every single class, just because the complete spam of explosives in this game drives me crazy. And I'm sure you guys would have just noticed that the 25 kill streak did just pop up a second ago, and you will notice that quite soon the 30 kill streak will pop up, which is of course what actually activates the new killer title. And now let's actually get on to what could really help you guys at home to obtain this title, if that is of course what you want to do, which I'm sure a hell of a lot of you guys do. So of course you need to firstly use a gun that you're comfortable with, preferably stay off the radar, use Ghost, keep moving around, although you really want to stay to a certain area of the map, pretty much own that area, patrol that area, go back and forth, and keep yourself alive, because of course that is the main objective here if you were trying to get the new killer title. I will tell you guys, if you did get m.o.a.bs in Modern Warfare 3, it is a very similar sort of principle behind the whole thing. Try and keep in gunfights that are of an advantage to you. Avoid gunfights where you're not going to have the advantage. Say there's a sniper head glitching on the other side of the map and you've got an SMG. Just don't even try and take that guy on. And as you'll notice, I did just destroy my flawless gameplay all by my little old self, by of course C4ing myself. But we're just going to pretend that didn't happen, because that was just a little bit embarrassing. But though guys, before this gameplay is going to wrap up, I thought I would just talk a little bit more about you guys getting the nuclear title yourself. And it is lucky in this game that you can actually run kill streaks as well as running extra perks. So I would really suggest using things like Engineer, Tac Mask, Flak Jacket, self-protective perks that are really going to counter against other people's bullshit. And you also have the advantage of being able to run kill streaks as well. So I don't suggest actually using my set of kill streaks. I really suggest using things like UAV, counter UAV, and the orbital VSAT, which of course is going to give you a huge amount of XP also. So definitely check it out, try and get a nuclear for yourself, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely m.o.a.b that like button, and I'll catch you all soon. Peace out.